What's up, everyone? Hi, welcome to the first episode of the club.
Welcome.
Welcome to the club. This episode, we have Mark Russell, the tussling bustle, and we have Mr. Kazenska.
Hello.
And we're shooting to jam out and talk about some fun facts. One fun fact we want to bring everyone's attention is how everyone's storming Area 51.
They are. It happened 2 weeks ago.
Maybe longer ago.
I saw it like 2 weeks ago, and it was just like a little thing
Yeah.
on somebody's Instagram story, and all I saw was they'll never get all of us. And
Well,
I was
there's a
like,
petition.
"Ooh, what is this?
There's
Tell
a
me more.
petition.
Tell me about the petition, because you were telling me about it earlier today.
All right, there's a petition. So it was a petition. The idea is 300,000 signatures. Area 51. It's all over Reddit.
That's a lot. Is that the federal standard? What's the standard for federal stuff when you have to get so many petitions for it to actually like go to a senator? Or
I
somebody
think
like
this
that?
guy thought if we have 300,000 people, they'll be able to absorb enough bullets that someone will get
They
in.
can build a wall, like this is Sparta, kind of like body bag wall.
Yeah, exactly.
like World War Z.
Yeah. It's just like 300-pound neckbeards just swarming. Yeah, it's so like all the memes are like, like there was one I saw, like that girl from Guardians of the Galaxy, the assassin girl.
Oh yeah, what was it? Forgot. She played in Doctor Who too, right?
Yeah,
That girl,
I
or are you
think
talking
so.
about the green one?
The green one.
The green one, yeah.
Okay.
It was her putting her makeup on, and it's like my alien girlfriend when she finds out I'm breaking her out of Area 51. Or like there was one with this guy like
Gamora.
walking
Her name's
through
Gamora, right?
Gamora, yeah, Gamora.
Yeah.
Gamora, like Soda Man.
Yeah.
There's this guy walking out of the smoke. And it was like when Florida Man shows up to Area 51.
The one that got me going really hard today was when I saw Chuck Norris and Keanu Reeves did a Snapchat or an Instagram post saying like, "You can count us in or count me in."
Yeah, each one had a different
Oh
one.
man, I mean like Keanu Reeves is like the modern day Chuck Norris now. Ever since his stupid little like video game thing he like announced recently.
And John Wick.
Yeah, on John Wick.
Have you seen any of the training videos of him
And all of
training?
his Netflix cameos.
Yeah, all his
There's
bad
so many.
Netflix cameos.
So many.
Have you seen the training videos that he does? For John
Yeah,
Wick?
he's a really good shot. He like went around and popped like everything like in one shot.
Yeah.
He's crazy. He like trained with like didn't he train with like actual like army professionals and
I'm
get
sure.
like that good or whatever?
I'm sure.
Have you seen that video?
I have not. What's it on?
It's like on YouTube. It's just him going around shooting like every single target like within
Like a skills range.
a skill
Yeah, it's a
range, like
skill
quick.
range, yeah.
He went
Yeah.
through it quick, and he just like boom, boom, boom. And then afterwards, like, hey, what's up, guys? Let's go get some burritos.
There's nothing.
Got
There's
that weird
nothing.
chill attitude.
That's because he's from Cali.
Yeah, I know.
There's nothing that I enjoy more than watching two fat, like 30-year-old men at the plant, like being like, actually, I've seen some things online, and Keanu Reeves did. It's not very tactical, and it's like these guys like it's like you'd have a hard time getting out of your truck, and you're like debating the tactical skill of Keanu Reeves.
They're the guys that in like every Vice video when they like go to meet militias, it's always those guys. They like get out of the truck and they're already like. Of course, if you're listening to the podcast, what I just did was the not watching this on YouTube. What I just did was the the hand to holster move, so that you're super ready for the quick draw.
Except the holster's like 3 meters away.
Right.
It's not 3 meters. It's not 3 meters away. I would say it's 3 meters in. Because it's like he has to like lift up his fold.
Oh yeah, you gotta get under the Terry
He's
fold.
got to get under the Terry fold
Yeah.
and pull that baby out. And then probably get stuck because it's like probably chafing in there and he gets
Yeah.
stuck and then he fires
Right.
off one of his Terrys.
Yeah, Terry gets ripped off.
The thing is though, that's gonna be the one guy that like if you have anything wrong with your firing pin or whatever,
He's the only guy who knows
whatever else could go wrong on a firearm, he's gonna be like, I got you.
No, actually, no. I find a lot of those guys, they just buy new guns.
You're telling me the Terry fold guy doesn't know.
Because I have a friend who will remain nameless.
We'll call him Terry fold in this situation.
He's not a Terry fold. That's
Oh,
the
alright.
point. But he does have like a crippling back problem, which is
Sure.
like, how are you gonna? So you need it. So you need an injection in your back once a week of like very powerful opiates to function.
Ooh.
And you're going to join a militia when the world order falls apart. It's all right.
So we're talking about like Dane level
that
opiates.
though, they're gonna be like, they're the ones that are gonna. It's gonna be hospitals, and those guys will have the stockpiles. So that might be the best.
He
place
won't
for
have.
him
They
to
won't
be.
have a stockpile because he says all these people are just ding dongs who couldn't make it into the National Guard. It makes him so angry. The people he has to deal with, But no, I don't even think those are the type of people who are going to show up to Area 51 because everyone on Reddit is saying like it's all the Reddit people, so it's like
Right.
furries and weeds.
So you think furries are gonna show up there? You think that's the demographic that's gonna show
Yeah,
up?
it's like all like
Tell me, like, I want to know, who do you actually think is going to show up to Area 51?
6 neckbeards with katanas.
What about you? What do you think is going to show up to Area 51?
It's going to be the population of, I'm going to mess up the name of the town. It's like Bloomingdale or something, Indiana. It's this town in Indiana where there's a high concentration of crystal energy.
Yeah. You get the big orbs.
There.
What?
The big orb energy.
Yeah, exactly. I had a coworker that I worked with one time. Wonderful person, not like knocking this person, but she was like, I'm moving to Indiana once I'm done with this job. And I was like, oh, like, what's going on out there? We were all in like
big orbs.
Environmental job. So I was like, oh, you're going to like go to like a big bird sanctuary out there or something? She's like, no, I'm going to like Bloomingdale or whatever it's called. And because there's a nexus there and I'm going to tap into that.
Isn't that like the same area?
And it's a profession. It's a profession. You can like work at a cafe, tap into the nexus. People will pay you to teach them how to tap into the nexus.
Isn't that the same people who like bury like copper triangles in the ground and think that's why their plant life is growing better?
It's the same sort of thing. Or that guy, remember that guy? So I don't know if I don't know where this podcast is being marketed to. But
It's very marketed to whatever we want it to be marketed
cool.
to. It
So,
doesn't matter.
anybody that finds this as entertaining as we do. So hopefully you're out there.
The market's basically an everyday conversation with us.
Yeah.
And this is what we talk
It's just
about.
garbage fire.
Yeah.
Basically,
Yes, garbage.
it's basically our brand, which is no brand.
We have no brand.
Brand garbage fire.
So you guys know about the dowsing convention.
Yeah.
What do you mean know about it? I worked it
Yeah.
for 6
And
years.
you're the guy who told me about the guy who was like, yeah, I just grabbed these rocks. Like this guy sells like crystals, healing crystals.
No, not that guy. This guy. There's a dude who just sold rocks.
Yeah.
And he would he would sell rocks to earn money to mail back the rocks to different countries because he touched them and he went Africa, and then he would go Guatemala, Italy, and you'd mail them to like different countries. And all I keep thinking about is the guy or woman or person who's in that country is like, who the heck is mailing me these rocks?
Oh, see, I totally misunderstood that story. I
This guy sells rocks to mail rocks back to their origin country.
I thought you were saying that the guy was selling rocks to the dowsers because they were supposed to have big orb energy, but he was
There's
just...
there's that person, but the one I was telling you.
Yeah. No.
You remember
I'm talking about
Brock's,
the other guy.
You remember Brock's dad in Pokemon?
Yeah.
Episode 3 or whatever?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the dude who sold rocks.
Yeah.
He goes, they have properties and they have personalities and I need to make sure they get back home to their country.
I thought you were...
And I just keep thinking of a dude who's getting like FedEx deliveries of heavy ass rocks to his house. Like,
Yeah.
who's mailing me? Who's Kirk?
It's just like...
It's just like,
Antonio, why do you keep accepting the packages full of rocks? I don't understand.
it's like a big ass rocks full of pebbles. But anywho, yeah.
No, let's talk about the other guy who was just like...
guy is crazy.
Well, I thought you told me about a guy
I
who was
could've.
selling rocks that were charged with big orb energy.
Oh yeah, that dude. Yeah, his name was White Eagle.
But wait. He was selling rocks, but he was literally just taking them out of the drainage ditch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it was White Eagle. It was
Yeah.
White Eagle. It was a big
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what that sounds like. So yeah, I work at a cafe and I'll help you tap into the nexus.
Yeah.
You think it's gonna be those guys at Area 51?
So I had two categories. So it's either those folks, just because there's definitely things at Area 51 that would be useful.
Yeah,
to
big
those
orb.
to those folks.
Yeah.
The other half is going to be the entire population of the flat earthers because they're just going to want to get involved with something new. Because they're always, there's a huge correlation. Anybody that's like a flat earther, there's like 9 other conspiracy theories that they're into. They're usually never related. May not even be scientific. It's like either like, yes, I hunt Bigfoot for real, or
Lizard people.
or the lizard people. George Bush is a lizard man.
He is.
That sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I know that, but I'm just saying that yeah, it's going to be those two populations. There's going to be other ones, but it's going to be a lot.
And
of
who
those
better
guys.
to prove that the Earth is flat than an alien? They've been there.
Right.
They've seen it.
They've flown around the ice wall.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is, will they
Sorry,
believe the
around the
alien?
ice
Would they
wall.
believe the alien because they didn't believe NASA?
Yeah, but they believe it because
Yes.
the aliens are prisoners.
Yes.
Yes.
They're prisoners of
Yes. They would totally believe the alien, which we don't know who it
They're
is.
prisoners
It-
of NASA.
It could be James T. Kirk painted green, and he'll think he's an alien.
Hey.
And he goes, yes.
Will they say that the Earth is flat? Then they'll believe them. That's
But
how
what
it
if,
works.
what if the word flat in the alien's language is spherical?
Dude, they don't give a shit.
Or
They don't
elliptical
care.
shape.
It's not going to matter.
Yeah, they
Oh,
just,
yeah,
need
it's
their, they just
flat.
need their confirmation bias confirmed.
I watched this one episode on a flat earther, and somebody tried to be like, okay, so when you get up high enough in the sky or on a mountain like Mount Everest, or you're in a plane, you can see the curvature of the Earth. How do you explain that?
Yeah.
And he's like, well, for example, if I'm flying from Dallas to Paris, and I'm up high enough to see to Paris, which you can't because horizon.
Yeah.
But anyway, again, math.
Yeah.
But he was like, it looks like a curve because the light starts to slow down and starts to. He was thinking of it in terms of light is slow enough that it has a trajectory like a bullet.
Yeah.
So he's like, the Earth looks curved because light slows
light-
down in
'cause
the
light-
atmosphere
yeah.
and starts to create a curve.
So where does the term faster than light come from?
And also, how is it that...
If it's
not-
slow, why is it then fast?
Not a flat earther.
Oh, all right. So Superman is not.
I'm saying the flat earther was saying that the Earth appears curved because
Light is slow.
Because light is slow enough on Earth because of gravity.
Yeah, but
that
here...
it starts to curve. It starts to bend when you set
Well,
it.
when I
But
turn
if
my
light-
bedroom-
and then he was like, "Look at crystal," and it's like, no, that's diffraction. That's a reflect. It's totally different.
It's a
But if
different
light,
theory.
but if light has a trajectory, let's roll this guy for a second.
Right.
So flat earthers do believe in elevation.
Yeah. That's
so,
what they're saying. Yeah.
So wouldn't everything on the other side of, say, Everest always be pitch black because the light wouldn't be able to arc and shot put?
Well, no, because the sun. I think for them, the sun is here.
Oh, it's up top.
It's orbiting this way, so you see it. So, which is also stupid because then the edges of the Earth would always have light.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It may be that they think that the Earth also rotates, but that wouldn't.
No, it doesn't work. It just
Maybe
doesn't
the sun
work.
is here and the Earth is rotating.
Well, maybe the
this
paper
way.
thin Earth does one of these. It
Like
just
a
goes like
turntable-
this.
Like a turntable with a needle.
Maybe it just does this. It just flips around and.
What's on the other side? That's the whole point, isn't it? That the flat earthers, the reason that the government's hiding it is because there's another planet or something.
Yeah, dinosaurs are there. It's Jurassic Park.
All right.
Sam Neill's down there with his Stegosaurus going, oh, they exist.
'Cause I like the other explanations too, because I haven't heard the light trajectory. That is fire.
That one was great. I mean,
That is
in
fire.
terms of some of the explanations, this guy tried really, really hard to sound coherent.
To sell
A
again.
lot of
I
people-
just watch Vice after work, and that's where I get all my information
A
from.
lot of
Probably not
people-
the best place either.
A lot of people talk about oh, it's because the lenses that they use in space are so wide angle, it looks like a curve.
Okay.
That's a big one. And then another one is, well, look at flight patterns. Why can't I fly from New Brunswick to Argentina in a straight line?
Straight line. Yeah.
And it's well, one, you can, and two, because it's stupid. Nobody wants to do that.
Well, yeah, because you'd have to launch a stage 2 rocket high enough, enter space, get close enough to start getting pulled into the Earth's gravitational force, and then have enough rocket fuel. You'd have to do a square. So the Earth is curved. So you'd have to launch like this, escape Earth's gravity, get real close to going into space, go past where you would get close to the curve of the Earth again, get pulled down, have enough power to stay like this, and then go back down.
No,
to
what they're
Buenos
saying is,
Aires
why aren't there
on
any
a straight line
commercial airline flights
that are straight?
that are going from direct from Argentina to blah blah blah?
No, 'cause
And they
it's
say because you can't, because the Earth is flat, and you can't do
stupid. Oh,
it.
it's too far.
Yeah.
So what do they do?
Oh,
They have
I
a
see.
Bermuda
Yeah.
Triangle,
Yeah.
and they just fly into this portal, and they just
So they
pop up in
say
Boston?
that you can't do it. It's not possible in a flat
Got it,
Earth.
okay.
And so that's why there aren't any, even though there are.
So why would that be? Is it too much gravity towards the middle?
No, because it's let's say you have a flat Earth,
Yeah.
and here's Sydney on this end.
Yeah.
And
Oh, it's
here's
just too far.
It's just you'd realize you'd be like, why are we flying through Africa when I could just go this way? And everyone would have to be like,
Okay.
and so that's why they say, oh, there's no flights.
Man, you
There's
smell
no
nice
flights.
today.
I don't. I do not. There's no flights.
From the man with the Coca-Cola shirt.
They say there's no flights.
So is there a so back to world news do they have a time frame? Is there
Yeah.
is there a D-Day?
September.
Okay.
It's in September. They have 3 months.
I'm going to be in Disney.
So we've got
Which
a little,
everyone said
little
why
under
did
3
we
months by
give
the time this
them?
comes out,
Why did we
yeah.
give the government 3 months to prepare?
They're gonna have like crazy guns there that day.
No, they're just gonna like say don't do it. They're just gonna line up a bunch of Humvees with a. They're just gonna line up a bunch of fire trucks,
Yeah.
and they're just gonna go.
Well,
And it's gonna be 6 weebs with katanas. They're gonna be like, ah,
the only
mom,
way-
get the car ready.
Yeah, I mean, the only way
Get
for
the
them to
car
prepare,
ready.
say 300,000 people do show up, they're not going to have water, shelter. They're going to be rescuing people
Yeah.
before they even get to go.
Yeah.
People are going to get there 5 days ahead of time with, like, fucking...
Gatorade and a blanket.
Yeah, like one Cliff Bar and a bottle of Gatorade.
That's what I would think to bring. Like I'm not going in there like thinking, oh, I'm gonna go to the Cumberland Farms, get a pizza, a Cliff Bar, Gatorade, and go. Oh, I need a blanket.
I
And get a
have
pillow.
mine. They'll have their AR-15 and their
okay, so-
their like Kevlar vest and their knives and
So-
like one Cliff Bar.
That's a demographic that's going to be, like, perched up on, like a canyon somewhere. And
Yeah.
those guys will have been there for 2 months.
But I believe it won't be that guy. I think it's gonna be the pre-evolution of that person. So instead of real guns and knives, it's gonna be like the airsoft equivalent. And he's just gonna be up perched on the
Oh,
mountaintop,
no.
just going,
Oh, no, you're right. It is.
I'm gonna get these guys.
They're gonna be like, I'm gonna use my laser pointer to defract their drones.
I got this
Yeah.
airsoft landmine planted
Yeah.
all over the place.
Yeah.
Okay, Matt.
Oh,
Okay.
that's very funny.
No, it's gonna be 6 weebs
Very
with
funny.
katanas.
Oh my
Nice.
gosh.
Yeah, this is great. And then, I mean, I don't know if we want to go down this road, but
Let's go down the road.
off camera, we were talking about, what's going to be the POTUS's response.
Oh yeah.
Actually, it's not POTUS's, it's the POTI's response
The
to
POTI.
the potatoes response.
what's going to be the
Is
sweet.
he a sweet
I
potato
was
or
just
is he a
about to say-
russet potato?
Is he a sweet?
He's a sweet potato.
That's
Or
the
is-
thing
or
though.
is he a
It's like a
russet?
sweet potato is normally
I
associated
would say he's
with
a
good-
russet because a sweet potato is a good carb, a russet's a bad carb.
Yeah, sweet potatoes are normally associated with like good food and
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
soul food.
Okay.
And like the French fry in chief.
What's the curly fry in chief
The mix-
sprinkled in the spicy stuff?
Mr.
from
Waffle Fry,
Chili's.
what's his
what's
name?
the
Yeah.
what's the Chili's curly fry? What's going to be the response from his Twitter account when the day it goes down? What's going to be his?
He's probably gonna go,
What's going to be his top 3 tweets? Because there'll be multiple.
I can't believe the American people are doing this. I love it.
There's one.
So
I
a
think
month,
he's gonna be for it.
So 2 months in, it's gonna be I can't do the voice, but it's gonna be like I cannot support this action. However, I think it's very brave. These men are answering questions that need to be answered. And it's like you're the president. You can make anything unclassified. Anything. Which is like QAnon doesn't make any sense either. But it's like these people are answering, very important questions and blah blah blah. And then like a month and like a couple weeks in, it's gonna be something about the troops and then like the day of is gonna be a tragedy, and then like 2 weeks later it's gonna be like, oh, it was actually like the immigrant train somehow made it up there.
I even think something different might
I
happen.
was going to say how many female politicians will be involved in his attacks on.
I
that,
honestly think he might do something even dumber. He might pull like a weird Tony Stark and go, "There are aliens," when there actually aren't aliens.
Oh, he'll just say
and
there
just
are-
twist it.
And just say, yeah, these totally aliens. Now you know.
And just twist it when there actually aren't aliens.
So that's
if
the
there
thing.
isn't, there wouldn't be, and then you just said yes.
It is elections. It's very close to him being ready for election season.
He's gonna win.
He's already. Well, aside from that point, he's already been preparing already and done a couple of speeches or whatever. So he could do that. Like, I mean, the last time, and we've talked about this before, where like, not on this because this is the first episode, or are we in the future?
Well,
Find
we're
out
the
later.
first episode.
Yeah. Anyway,
Tune in next time.
so
or is this the next episode?
that's what no. So seriously though, it's like
Tyler
in
just turns into a dog.
In Donald Trump's last election, he used the Miley Cyrus approach. He just was super shocking, became president. So he needs something equally ridiculous to one up himself.
Yeah.
So for him to say, aliens exist, Area 51 is a great idea, I can't back this up, but
They have Podesta's emails.
You guys are doing the right thing here.
Yeah.
Go militia. That might just get him reelected.
Or what if he
at
says
least in certain states?
What if he says aliens exist and he actually creates the Stargate program? And just goes, what? We're creating the Stargate program. Aliens exist. End of the election season. He wins.
Aliens exist. Mitch McConnell is one. You know?
Well, we already have.
And Richard D. Anderson is a part of the Stargate program.
Yeah.
If it hasn't been defunded already, we already have Space Force.
Space
What do you
Force.
guys think about
They're
Space
part of
Force?
they're part of the Stargate program.
Yes, I know that, but I'm saying like Space Force as it is right now. Stargate's not real yet.
No. It is. It's an actual organization.
Not the
That's
Stargate though.
the Stargate
I'm
isn't
talking
real.
Not, not a Stargate.
But the program called the Stargate program exists with the Space Force in Tesla.
Yes.
Like that exists, and their logo is a Stargate. I don't
Yeah.
know if that is a Stargate.
I don't
It's
know.
not and Stargate.
It's
Shut it. It's Stargate.
Okay.
that was a grammar joke. In case you. Don't know.
Yeah, it was a grand. It was a bad one, but it was funny.
It's not and Stargate. Space Force isn't real.
I think it is.
It's not real.
They have a base in Antarctica, and I think there's underground elevators going into a mine shaft where there's a death laser.
Donald Trump wants to be able to have a paradable NASA-like force, because there's going to be space war. Ted Cruz has been talking about space pirates. We saw that.
Oh yes.
Gotta love those pirates in space.
And he knows he is the Zodiac killer. He knows about piracy.
He did confirm it though.
He didn't confirm that he's the
He
Zodiac killer.
retweeted a Zodiac like freaking message on Twitter. Who does that?
Someone must have hacked his account.
And then when someone goes like, "Hey, are you the Zodiac killer?" and then he like turns around, Ted Cruz smiles and waves.
Or is he just one of the greatest internet trolls of all time?
I mean, he would have been.
Probably is one of the greatest
he-
internet trolls of all time.
He
It
could
is-
be. He could be the Zodiac killer because, he just had to have killed his first one at 3 years old.
Could. Have you watched Stranger Things? Those kids are killing like Demogorgons left and right.
Yeah, but they're not 3 either.
Whatever.
it's not
They
the
also
premise
don't
of
kill
the
them.
Zodiac
Only
killer
11
either.
kills them.
Yeah, I know.
11 is the only useful one. Like the one kid gets the shot with the slingshot every once in a while. He gets the shot in. You get that little what's that reference to? What was that movie?
The Goonies.
Don't hit the table.
All right.
Sorry, those of you listening to only the podcast, Mark was slamming the table, and we don't know if it's coming through
There's
or not.
Space Forces down there on the table. No, it's Silver Bullet.
Oh, right.
You get your Silver Bullet reference every season. No, only 11 is useful, and maybe the older sister. She usually shoots something.
Barb?
Barb shoots some things.
No, she doesn't.
I
It's
haven't
not
started
Barb.
the new season yet.
Barb was the one that died in season 1.
All right, not
Yeah,
Barb. The other
but
one.
like-
I miss Barb.
Barb was great.
You would miss Barb.
I loved Barb. I thought she had great style taste. She's a great person. She needed a nice man in her life.
I bet you Barb comes back in season 4.
I would totally
I bet you
marry
they
her.
go to because I don't want to spoil anything.
I don't care. Spoil it all. Like, this is our podcast.
All right, so we say spoilers. That's how it works.
No, you just go.
No.
Tune in next week. No, just say sorry.
We can talk about previous seasons. It's spoiling it for me, but that doesn't matter.
Because Ethan doesn't
We're
have.
talking
a soul.
about the third
'Cause
season.
I might
'Cause
not
I was
get
about
to
to.
it.
I was about to drop the end of the third season.
Oh, no.
Yeah, don't do that.
Okay. Never mind.
Because Ethan's gonna cry.
No.
Yeah. Well, I won't do that.
And
It's like I
monetize.
love their synth. But
Oh, it's
anywho,
great.
moving on. So man, Space Force. So
Yeah.
you said they do. You don't think they exist?
Well, I mean, I think they exist. Like, I think what Donald Trump wanted to create Space Force to have rockets in a parade, so he can get his Kim Jong Un on and parade through DC. But they don't actually want to fund any of that stuff because it's science,
Right.
and it's science that doesn't get us more fossil fuel.
No.
Or how teach you how to cheat on the stock exchange better, so they don't care.
No.
Yeah,
But
the quantum computing they care about because it'll make them be able to make trades faster on the stock exchange.
Well, did you guys see that? If those of you watching or listening didn't know, Tom DeLonge, the ex-lead singer of Blink-182, owns this company called To the Stars,
oh my
and
god.
he's been working with the Pentagon. He's a great
And he's been working with
documentary.
ancient aliens too.
Yes.
When they
Yes,
talk
I know,
about
I
ancient
know.
aliens, they quote him.
But he was working with the Pentagon. He got the line budget items, the non-classified ones or the top secret ones. So they don't know what kind of next plane technology what next plane technology we're going to have. But he did get them to release what they're planning for the next 15, 20 years, and it's basically build a Stargate.
Yeah,
Figure out how to create a warp drive.
yeah.
It's all of that stuff
Oh,
is
yeah.
actually on NASA's list, which is why some people are like, We don't need Space Force. NASA's got it covered. And no, weaponizing space is not a great idea. And no, Russia is not going to beat us to it, because by the time we're ready to do that, everybody will be at a great enough like mass effect where everybody's going to be that close. So it'll be a non-issue.
We have an international space station.
And also, like,
together.
Russia's too busy, like, hunting down gay people in the street to actually have a space program.
Hey.
Right, but it'll be
Like,
such
Russia
a high...
is such a political quagmire right now. It's like, we have an oligarchy here, but, like, if you look at Russia, it's like, it's so corrupt. They could
There's
never...
no reason for them to even worry about it.
They could never get the same sort of space program that they had going like they did during the Soviet era.
That's why they just use our space station.
I think
the International Space Station.
No, we use their stuff because we don't have a program.
And we use China's too.
China's
I think China's the bigger threat.
China's the
But
biggest.
like, it's less of a threat. It's once you get to that level of, I'm not talking about like, oh, we put like some, current whatever missile technology we have now in space. By the time we get to like actual space, like, bespoke technology built for space, everything's going to be so globalized anyway that everybody's just going to be in space. It's like everybody all of a sudden had, weapons of mass destruction. It's going to be the same thing. So it really doesn't, in my opinion, matter so much as, let's just let NASA keep furthering technology.
Yeah. Here's the question though. Why does Tom DeLonge want to go to space? Is it to find the space dogs and to create and to do a felony in space?
Well, I mean, he wrote that song, Aliens Exist. It's a great song.
It is a good song.
He's all about it.
He's all about aliens?
Space.
I don't know enough about
Oh,
it.
he's, the lead singers of Blink-182 are always like, like they're interesting guys. They're all into like motorcycles, skateboarding, they sing similarly. Like, if those of you who don't know, Blink-182's current singer is Matt Skiba from Alkaline Trio. I'm not saying they're exactly the same person, but
they look the same. I got
they
confused.
both enjoy like
Skiba's
BMX.
more of a jerk.
They possibly.
They
I don't know.
look pretty identical though, because I
They're
got
very
confused.
similar. Oh, their styles like converge.
Like, I thought
recently.
Tom DeLonge came back in the band. I was like getting in a fight with Ethan. I'm like,
no.
no, you're right. It's Matt Skiba.
Yeah, no,
Skiba.
I saw. It's just I think that's management, but like, they basically. I mean, they both like motorcycles, BMX, skateboarding, and then each of them has a crazy pastime. So, Tom is trying to find aliens and declassify information from the U.S. government, and Matt Skiba is a witch. He says he says he's not exactly a witch, but
What, is he like a Wiccan?
No. Just he doesn't have a religion, but he does believe in that side of things, like Church of Satan side of things.
So
And
is he like? He
believes, what was that festival, Firefly?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he believes that there's literally a quote. He's like, yeah, my witchy ways helped crash Firefly, because Blink-182 said they weren't going to go.
Oh, Firefest.
So,
Firefest,
sorry,
yeah.
Firefly.
Firefly's
Firefest.
a movie.
That was
I
just,
remember that.
even though that was just a con the whole time.
Right, but he was like, because Blink pulled out of Firefest before it happened.
Yeah.
And he's like, my intuition as a witch helped crash
They're all
Firefest.
killing
So
right
he's
now.
like more like Alan Moore.
Sure.
Yeah.
But basically, it's just very funny how Blink has had two singers now, and they're
all
very
killing it though.
similar.
Like Travis, like killing butt with like his drum session stuff going on right now. He's also
Yeah.
helping out a lot of rappers. Like, I think he just did something with Machine Gun Kelly.
Yeah.
Freaking Tom's killing it with his Alien game. I mean, he's like on Ancient Aliens, like mentioned all the time. My dad, dude, did you know your favorite guy from that band you like is on Ancient Aliens? Like, yeah, Dad, I know.
My favorite
Yeah.
iteration of Ancient Aliens is when
With the guy with the flock seagulls haircut.
no,
That guy's
no,
nice.
it's Action Bronson watching Ancient Aliens stuff.
Yeah, I've seen that.
That's hilarious.
That's funny.
It's just like him, Tyler, the Creator. They're just like,
Whoa. And they're all like on a couch on a white set. But speaking of, just so everyone out there in the world knows, I guess Lil Wayne busted off the set.
Yes, he did.
you
Of the
got
tour?
Lil Wayne theme
quit
He
for
busted
Lil
up
Wayne
tour,
thing.
quit tour, but then he came back. He's back on the tour. So everyone out there who
Right.
didn't know this, he's back on the tour.
In case you're not following our segues, we're still talking about Blink. So Blink-182 went on tour with Neck Deep, makes sense.
Yeah,
And they also brought Lil Wayne.
but in the band though.
And right.
So
yeah.
Blink-182 was performing with
They're
in
his
the
backing band, and
Yeah.
apparently he quit, so he's back though.
Yeah, he stormed the stage. He left the tour, then he came
Okay.
back. I think his manager went like, "Hey, bud, you need this."
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure that like all of a sudden, Blink. I'm not like disparaging anybody's business or anything. I think they're a very upstanding group of people. But I
yeah.
will say, Blink the LLC much greater clout than Lil Wayne
oh,
and
yeah.
LLC. 100%.
Yeah.
Not criticizing anybody's business, but I know that they were like, hey, check out this giant document that you signed and tour insurance. You have to complete said tour with us, and
They're just
it's
like,
the
we will
best backing
tell.
band you've ever had. So let's keep going. Let's keep trying hard.
You're
People are
making a
gonna
lot
like
of
it.
money. Let's keep doing
The
this.
other
Lil
thing
Wayne.
I thought about this is when they announced it, I was like, this reminds me a lot of. You guys remember when Linkin Park and Jay-Z did a mashup?
Yeah.
album?
Yes.
Oh, it wasn't quite a mashup. They played on each other's records.
Yeah.
And I was like, I guarantee someone in management was like, hey, they're all friends with Linkin Park, and and they all, I'm sure, have met Jay-Z, and they're all like, hey, remember when everyone loved that?
Yeah.
And then they probably called like somebody of Jay-Z's level, and they were like, nah.
And so they had to go with Lil Wayne.
So they went with Lil Wayne, which I still think is great. I thought it was hilarious. The video is really great.
I think Lil Wayne
But
definitely
it's
has
just
Blink
not
energy.
quite the same level. Yeah, I think so.
He's got
I
Blink
mean,
energy though, because he's
you
like
know.
his songs are a lot goofier.
Right.
I'm the fat. Well, I can't do any of his
Yeah.
songs right.
And like I feel like the Jay-Z thing was definitely Mike Shinoda and Jay-Z being
Yeah.
both serious, actual hip hop artists
Yeah.
versus, Blink's like, we love hip hop,
Yeah.
which they
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like they could have found a better,
Do you think the clause in the contract was just like, we will tell Birdman where you are right now if you don't?
Oh my god.
We will contact Birdman. your
Quite
your dad
possibly.
will be quite mad,
Quite
Lil
possibly.
Wayne. Your father will be quite upset.
But
Yeah.
well, I think that about does it for the first
wait, before the end of the first episode,
Sorry.
we have to go round table. Ethan, do you believe in aliens?
Oh man, that's a whole nother discussion.
But just a quick one.
So I
We've
think
been talking
that.
about aliens this whole time.
So my thing
Birdman, Area
Right.
51.
All right. So given that the galaxy is kind of at a certain like level playing field in terms of either, regardless of what you believe in, expansion.
Yeah.
It is expanding regardless.
Yeah.
It's likely that also giving the chances of like what it takes to support our survival, if there is intelligent life, it's going to be either at the same level of as us scientifically or lower, so that by the time we ever make contact with intelligent life, it won't be like this, like, great beings coming down to share its knowledge to us. We're just going to be like, oh my god, there's another one just like us using the same resources, and it's just going to be about who shoots first. Hopefully not, but the way society's headed,
Yeah.
I think we'll meet them whenever we're actually able to physically meet in the middle,
Yeah.
No, I agree.
if it exists.
I mean, I think they are aliens, but I think we're all the same like spectrum.
Yeah.
I mean, going with Stargate knowledge, and they left the planet with the Stargate system. I know it's a show, but going with the Stargate system, they all
Does
left.
he? Does he though? Does he
Do
really?
I? Well, they all left. They were like all humanoid people, all people that look like us, and they
Yeah.
were like in the 1950s technology or 2018 technology.
Or it'll go the complete other direction, and they will have like organic space tech.
Yeah.
That'd be
And
so
we're just-
cool, like
we're just doomed.
Farscaping it up a little bit.
No, but it won't be like that. It's going to be like full on, like, here comes the the leaf cutter ant horde
Yeah.
through space.
The leaf
Yeah.
cutter and or
And
Yeah.
it's just, they are the spaceship, and we're just done. Like, that's the most
Yeah.
efficient way. For
or the
a
reapers
society
that like
to
suck
exist.
away your life force with their hands.
It could just be something way more efficient than us,
I mean, we've
and way more
already-
pragmatic, and we're just screwed.
We've pretty much already confirmed, not quite, but we're pretty sure we're gonna find some bugs in the water that we found on Mars. So like we're pretty much almost there with the Earth being infinite size. There is a very interesting theory that
The Earth or the
with the universe
The
being
universe.
infinitely
Yeah.
big. There is.
I think I said our galaxy earlier too, but I meant
The universe,
I
yeah.
meant the universe.
It's constantly expanding. Though there is an interesting theory that like once you get to the point where you can send like your own golden record out into the universe, you're like 50 to 100 years from like nuking the crap out of yourself, so we won't find anyone
It's true,
who
too.
isn't
Yeah.
like just
Yeah, we
straight
could just
Stone
run
Age.
out of resources
Unless
before we're there.
we get to space travel first,
Right.
we're never gonna find anybody.
We are setting up a moon landing in a colony in the
Yeah,
next
I have heard that.
And a Mars landing too in the colony.
next little bit. That's exciting. I want to go to the moon. I'd be down with that.
I'll be down with that.
Yeah.
I
Total
never-
recall that situation.
I
Moon would be
never
sick.
want to go to space.
I do.
And I don't want to get.
Oh,
I
man.
want to get the little Star Trek, Chevron symbol. Go boop boop.
I smoke enough cigarettes already. I don't need more cancer.
Yeah,
You get a lot of cancer from space.
I just can't go to Mars because I don't want them to suck away the air and my eyes are popping out. I don't want an Arnold Schwarzenegger the situation.
That one's
I wanna go
Total
to the
Recall
moon.
is a little unrealistic in terms of the Mars atmosphere.
yeah, I know. I love that
I just want
movie, though.
Tyler to come back, and it's like
I go to the moon, it just compresses my body weight. I'm skinny. I'm like Ethan size.
Oh, the moon.
No,
won't do that?
What's the
What's
movie
that?
with the guy from Jurassic Park and Morpheus? Event Horizon. I just want Tyler to come
Oh.
back, hairless, covered in glyphs, just like I know where the chupacabra lives. Like, oh yeah, cool, Tyler. Yeah,
Hey, good for you, bud.
yeah. You still like Stargate? I am Stargate. Oh, that's great. Yeah,
Great, you're
alright,
the key.
cool.
You're the
Yeah.
key to the existence.
Yeah,
All right.
alright.
Well, I think that about does it. I think
Yeah.
ending it on that note, I think about does it for this episode
thank
of the
you for
club.
listening to the first episode.
Of the
Yeah,
club,
of the
and
club.
tune in next time.
Yeah, if you're on YouTube watching this, don't forget to like and subscribe and click on the little notification bell so that you get a notification every time our dumpster fire goes on the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah, and don't forget to follow us on Instagram and follow Mark Russell over here on Twitter. What's your Twitter handle?
Sir Edward Price.
And
Across
my-
all platforms, I believe.
Yes,
Yeah, across
yes.
all platforms.
You
I'm
can
Tyler.
follow me on Instagram, but I'm not there.
He doesn't do it that much. I'm Tyler Kittleman on Instagram, and Ethan's Ethan Kosenska.
Yeah.
Check it out, and look forward to the next episode. All right, thank you so much. See you later.